natural for me. Singing was natural, but translating or transferring that into performing took a long time to do. But what I learned to do is to find the aspects of my personality that were authentic enough to shine on stage.
I don't have a personal style. I love Sting. I love Freddie Mercury. I love a lot of opera. I love a lot of classical choral music.
It's natural to want to connect, and it's adding the layer of we're connecting to the music now.
You are telling a story as the performer, but it's almost about letting them in to the experience you're having, and like you giving that away. And I think a lot of that comes from like self-knowledge and knowing your personality and just allowing yourself to shine through.
We all six of us in Sonos actually have very diverse backgrounds. Theater, opera, jazz, whatever. So we approach things very differently, and soloistically I think that comes out.
Basix is, we do modern pop, rock, and we don't really think we have a specific style.
I'm the founder and first tenor of the group Take Six. Hey, you've heard of us. My group holds the distinction of being the most Grammy-nominated vocal group in history. We have so many different musical interests. Everyone from Earth, Wind and Fire to the Doobie Brothers, to Steely Dan, to Queen, to Prince. And I think that what we've tried to do over many years together is draw on all of those influences in our arrangements.
We write the songs that we want to write, and then we sing them the way that we think it should be.
People are listening to you because they want to, and they want to go on that journey, you know? And I don't know, so I guess owning who you are and being honest enough with who you are to let that shine through.
You have to bring it, because you all know, singing a cappella music, you feed off of your audience, and they feed off of you.
We go to these towns, nobody knows who we are, they're like sitting there, and they're like, yeah. Really? We just finished a song. Like, we need something, and they just won't. They won't give it to you. And so you feel that, and you're like, I can't give you anything.
Make a video recording of what you do. It's awful. I hate it. But it really shows that, oh, I don't want to do that.
There are times when you need to belt it out because that's what the arrangement calls for. Then there are times when it needs to be a sweeter sounding, softer falsetto to make more emphasis on what you need. You know, so it's totally about what the arrangement calls for.
When I first got the song, you know, you like first get it and you do all this work because you're working on the solo and you're like learning what the song is about and figuring out what it means to you. And like, you feel really inspired and fresh, and then you sung it like 200 times and you're like, oh, where am I right now? Oh, I'm singing lead. Either when I'm working up a solo or losing, like, you know, inspiration on it, you can go back to vocal technique and be like, you know, how can I change? I don't want to do that same riff or like this embellishment. I want to change that. That can really help re-inspire you, ignite your passion for singing the song. And also, to me, getting back to what the song is about and trying to reconnect with that. And I use this all the time, but like also connecting with the people that are backing you up. That's really helpful, especially in the moment.
To me, video recording, even though it's awful, is what really worked for me. It pushes me forward as a performer to places where I didn't imagine that I could go.
When you overdo or underdo, it becomes BS for the audience. And they can see through that. What they want to feel is that you have connected with them some kind of way.
If you're trying to be something that you're not, even too less or too much, then it doesn't work.
For them, there's only newness. And if you can connect with that person and kind of experience it with them in a way, it kind of becomes, you know, cyclical, and then you're like, oh right, look how this is how they're seeing me. Oh, that's really exciting.
And you'll find yourself starting to do things that you hadn't anticipated doing, which is a very cool thing.
The music is leading you then, which is really fun.
And you become connected, and you're on a runaway train now.